Wildfire in Benton City that spread rapidly and burned several buildings and kept fire crews busy late into the night. And fire crews in Umatilla County also tackled a house fire that left a person's home heavily damaged, what firefighters say helped them save a large part of the home. A celebration for a new clinic in Pasco, what makes this new location special for the owners and what they do to help people get the help they need quickly. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Wednesday, April 17th. Let's start by checking in on your forecast. So we're kind of staying on the roller coaster of temperatures as we move throughout the week. How long will we have to take this ride? Well, let's check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, how is it looking?
You know, it's chilly this morning, Jessica. We're even colder than where we were yesterday morning. So we'll see a gradual warm up each and every day from here on out. But you have to contend with temperatures anywhere from 3 through about 15 degrees colder than where we were 24 hours ago. That puts us down into the 30s, 38 Tri-Cities, 37 Walla Walla, 35 in Hermiston, 37 in Yakima. So there could be some patchy areas of frost here and there. I don't think it's going to be widespread, especially where the winds are light. Now, the winds have really come down since yesterday, and the winds will be much lighter during the day today. So we really don't have much of a wind chill this morning. Now, by 8 o'clock, Yakima, upper 30s, highs in the lower 60s. We'll see a few clouds roll in this afternoon. Lower 40s by 8 in the Tri-Cities, so you'll need that heavier coat this morning. Middle 60s for highs, and then Walla Walla stuck in the upper 50s today, but you'll see 60s starting tomorrow. We'll talk more about that gradual warm up and let you know when the 70s return coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to that massive fire in Benton City. Fire officials say while the cause of the fire is still under investigation, it appears the fire may have started due to a spark from a piece of machinery in a nearby field, and it quickly spread to several trees and a nearby abandoned home. The call for help went out just after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and the fire was reported on North Harrison Loop and North River Road. A large cloud of black smoke could be seen as far away as Pasco. Fire officials say the wind fueled the fire and spread it quickly from the grass to nearby trees and then an abandoned property where it quickly burned at least 5 structures, including a house, 2 sheds, and a gazebo. It also burned through a vehicle parked on the property, and while at the scene, our crew watched as more than 50 firefighters worked to put out the massive blaze. They also had to deal with several other dangers, including tall trees that toppled due to the heat and some of those buildings that burned collapsing. Benton County Fire District 2 Fire Chief Dennis Bates says we're just at the beginning of wildfire season here, and you can do something to stop this from happening on your property.
The big thing here is having that green belt of protection. It buys us time, it buys the owners time, it buys them protection. It would have helped a lot here. Unfortunately, with the fuels that we had, and then the wind, it just pushed it right into the other fuels and the arborvitaes and the fences, and then the vacant home was great that there's nobody in it. However, with just the lack of upkeep, so the duff that was on top of the roof is what ignited and basically auto-exposed to the residential building.
Fire officials say the fire burned through about 20 acres of property. Several people who lived there were also in the area, stomping out embers in other grassy areas as hot ash was carried away by the wind. Fire crews were on the scene late into the evening to monitor for hot spots, and the cost of the destruction is not yet known. The Echo Fire Department and Umatilla County Fire District 1 tackled a house fire Tuesday afternoon, and they say most of the home was saved thanks to a FedEx driver. Fire officials say a FedEx driver delivering packages on his route saw smoke and flames coming from the home on Rosenberg Road in Echo. The driver called for help and used the homeowner's garden hose to try and put the flames out until firefighters could get to the scene. Nobody was hurt, and officials say the cause of the fire is under investigation. And the Kennewick Fire Department also battled a house fire Tuesday afternoon. The call for help came in just after 3 to a home on fire on the 1300 block of Cascade Street. When firefighters got to the scene, they found a manufactured home had heavy smoke and flames coming from it. Nobody was inside the home at the time of the fire. Officials say nobody was hurt, and they believe the fire started due to nearby outdoor burning. Yakima County voters will be asked to sign off on raising taxes later this summer to fund local fire districts. Yakima County Fire District 1, Fire District 4, and Fire District 12, which is the West Valley Fire Department, they have all decided to put levied lid lift proposals on the August primary ballot. Fire officials say right now they can't even increase their budget enough to keep up with regular inflation, much less the higher than usual inflation we've seen over the past few years. Officials say even with the increase, they won't be asking for the maximum property tax that's allowed by the state. Investigators with the College Place Police Department recovered stones and gems valued at tens of thousands of dollars, and they also made an arrest in the case. 47-year-old Matthew Weiss is charged with residential burglary and possession of stolen property. Investigators say Wise was caught with precious stones and gems that had been taken in a burglary of a College Place home. They say Wise's vehicle was also caught on surveillance video from nearby homes and businesses. Investigators tracked down the jewels on Facebook Marketplace after the owner noticed a sale ad on the social media platform and recognized them. They set up a buy, and they say Wise showed up in Walla Walla thinking he would sell the items. He got arrested instead, and almost all of the jewels were returned to their owner. Modus Chiropractic celebrated its grand opening in Pasco with a ribbon cutting. You might have seen the clinic already because it's been open for a few months. The owners say they had been running a similar chiropractic clinic in Spokane, but moved to the Tri-Cities to be closer to family. The clinic is walk-in only, which the owners say has some benefits beyond getting same-day help.
So no appointments are necessary. We don't accept insurance, but because of that, our prices are lower, so we can reach a broader group of people that can either, if they don't have insurance or don't have very good insurance, they can afford our prices. Or if you do have insurance but don't want to deal with the hassle of it, our prices beat a lot of co-pays as well.
You can visit Modus Chiropractic over on Broadmoor Boulevard in Pasco, just off Chapel Hill Boulevard, Tuesday through Saturday. And Panda Express is expanding its presence in the Tri-Cities. A new location recently opened in Pasco. The new location has a slightly different look than you may be used to. The Panda Express says the new design incorporates design elements inspired by traditional Chinese architecture. You'll also notice the panda outside the entrance. It's a panda that was given to the city of Pasco for the new location by the restaurant chain. And Governor Inslee will be in Walla Walla today to see how the Climate Commitment Act is helping people. The governor will visit a local family who have had a new electric heat pump installed in their home. This is one of 5 homes that were chosen by the state departments of Commerce and Social and Health Services. Inslee will also visit a sustainable living center, Woodward Canyon Winery, and end his visit by meeting with leaders from Rockwool. If your tongue could talk, what would it say about you? Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, what you can find out about your health just by studying your tongue. That's coming up in your health headlines this morning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric.
Get 1.9 for $72 on an F-150 and up to $15,000 on an F-150 Lightning only at your local Ford dealer.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is a sign you'll want in your yard.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and 1 Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
How long do I have to wait?
Watch Thursday at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the KMA 80R Combi motor or the HSA 50 hedge trimmer. Real Steel.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Mireille Gaston Wine Bar.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealership is the place to start.
Get 0 for 72 and $2,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back. In your health headlines this morning, did you know that keeping an eye on your tongue can help you detect potential health problems? Reporter Mandy Gaither explains what your tongue can tell you about your health.
It's a muscular organ that helps you swallow, suck, and speak, but your tongue can also reveal telltale signs of health problems.
It's part of our observable areas that we can monitor for changes.
Dr. Gabriel Gavrilescu with Cleveland Clinic, Florida says monitoring your tongue is a simple way to spot potential issues. It can be quickly done while brushing teeth.
To make sure we notice changes, and if we do notice, to see what they signify.
Significant changes may signify a problem. A whitish tongue can indicate a fungal infection, an inflammatory condition, or a potentially precancerous condition. A yellowish or greenish colored tongue is usually due to poor oral hygiene and can come from smoking, chewing tobacco, being dehydrated, or taking certain vitamins. An orangish tongue is also commonly caused by poor oral hygiene or dry mouth, certain antibiotics, and some foods like carrots. A bright red tongue may indicate food or medication allergies or a vitamin B deficiency. A gray hue may indicate eczema, according to a 2017 study, and a black tongue can mean there's a keratin buildup, which can lead to a thickening of skin. If you have a blue tongue, it may indicate a lack of oxygen in your blood, and a doctor should be called right away.
We have to be mindful about what we put in our body.
Gavrilescu says maintaining a healthy tongue color means eating a balanced diet, not using tobacco products, drinking plenty of water, and visiting a dentist regularly. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Thank you for that. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, coral bleaching can be caused by changes in ocean temperature, which is caused by climate change. When we come back, we look at what scientists are calling one of the most serious coral bleaching events in history. And looking outside, temperature is 38 degrees, pretty chilly out there. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more details and that first alert full forecast. That is next. Don't go anywhere.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. 'Cause man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Camry for just $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
Sit pretty with spring savings at Meredith Furniture. Get $200 off all stressless recliners and ottomans, classic power-based recliners, home office chairs, and each seat of a stressless sofa, love seat, or sectional. Plus, get 10% off the new stressless Sky mattress and $50 off each stressless Laurel or Mint dining chair. Shop Meredith Furniture at First and Washington in front of Hobby Lobby.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we offer our medical weight loss program. Diabetes, and more broadly, insulin resistance, is a highly inflammatory state that increases our risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, as well as Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases.
Basically, it's the lack of awareness about what's creating that weight. There's lots of psychological aspects to that, so that where you come to is to a more centered place of feeling good and connected and positive about yourself, self-confidence.
You have access to over 100 weekly group fitness classes, top-notch fitness facilities, cutting-edge scientific therapies integrated into your program, and dedicated coaches rooting for your success. We also offer options for pharmaceutical assistance. We create patient-specific game plans centered around the 7 essential elements, which are sleep, nutrition, atmosphere, breathing, movement, thought, and purpose.
So rather than just focus, it's not dieting, and it's not focused on dieting, and that's not what we do here at Pacific Clinic. It's mind, body, physical, emotional, mental, and the combination of all of those things. And I think that makes us tremendously different than any of the other programs out there.
To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yesterday was a breezy day. It wasn't quite as windy as Monday, but we did still have some high wind gusts in the Kittitas Valley. Ellensburg still recorded a wind gust up to 50 miles per hour yesterday. Pendleton got up to 35. Yakima 34, Tri-Cities 32. Hermiston 29, Walla Walla 27. I just checked out Benton City, saw gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour when that wildfire broke out. So those winds definitely fanned the flames yesterday. But the good news is that those wind speeds have come down since yesterday. 24-hour temperature change. Temperatures have also come down anywhere from about 3 to about 14 degrees colder than where they were 24 hours ago. And that puts everyone in the 30s at this hour. It's down to 38 now in Tri-Cities, 37 in Pendleton, 35 in Hermiston, 32 we're at the freezing mark in Dayton, and 37 degrees in Yakima. Now we still have a little bit of a breeze across the Kittitas Valley down into portions of the foothills of the Blues, but we're talking about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But where the winds have gone calm, there may be some areas of patchy frost out there. I think it'll be pretty isolated in coverage, but keep in mind you may just want to peek outside and check your car and maybe allow yourself some extra time if you see any frost. Satellite and radar showing that things are quiet across Washington and Oregon, but notice there is a little bit of snow falling across portions in northern Idaho and northern Montana, because we do have this upper level low just spinning across portions of southern Canada and the northern tier here, and the flow around this area of low pressure will keep this cooler weather around. That's why temperatures are below average again today, but the warm up will come as we go over the next few days. So let's give you your hour-by-hour forecast. We'll start off with plenty of sunshine this morning. We will see those cumulus clouds pop this afternoon, turning partly cloudy, but we're going to stay dry with high temperatures climbing into the middle 60s today for many of us. 64 in the Tri-Cities, lower 60s Hermiston. The exception will be along the foothills of the Blues, where we still keep it in the mid and upper 50s, but this is a touch warmer compared to yesterday. So we'll see that gradual warming trend. Overnight tonight, any cumulus clouds that develop will diminish. We'll see a mainly clear sky, and I think tomorrow morning there's potential for it to be even colder. So some patchy frost will be possible early on your Thursday morning. This is why you don't want to plant just yet. And if you've already planted, if you can bring those sensitive plants inside, or if you can't, cover them before heading to bed, because temperatures will get close to the freezing mark by tomorrow morning. We're talking about low and middle 30s out there. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll continue to add a few more degrees to the high temperatures. Foothills of the Blues should finally make it into the low and middle 60s, 68 degrees in Tri-Cities, and 64 over toward the Yakima Valley. Your 7-day forecast showing that we will see plenty of sunshine the next few days. A few more clouds on Saturday with highs around 70 and then warming up even more, middle 70s by early next week. Yakima 62 today. We'll keep it in the mid to upper 60s this weekend. We're dry, and then we have low to middle 70s next week. Walla Walla still in the 50s, but the 60s return. The next few mornings are going to be on the cold side, and then we'll see those low temperatures start to come up as well. Upper 60s this weekend, 70s next week. Hermiston 62 today, cold tonight and tomorrow night, and then we'll see some moderation as we head into the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Great Barrier Reef has suffered its highest heat stress on record, according to Australia's Reef Authority. Experts are calling it one of the most serious and extensive coral bleaching events in recorded history, but it's too soon to tell the full impact. Scientists are using a new type of drone and artificial intelligence to determine the extent of reef damage caused by climate change. A quarter of marine life depends on reefs for shelter and food. The NOAA says corals can recuperate if the strain on their ecosystems is reduced. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, a pro-Palestinian valedictorian prevented from speaking at graduation at the University of Southern California. Details are coming up.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Next ET.
I feel incredibly lucky.
We're with Zendaya taking her fashion tour to Hollywood. Then.
Hi, I'm Gavin Sawa, and this is my ET retrospective.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
I come for the thrill of a deal, and I never miss out on the 50% off tag.
I like to hunt the bins for hidden gems.
Goodwill lets you define your style with unique gifts and treasures around every corner.
And giving back to your community just feels wonderful.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
With the arrival of spring comes the inevitable return of mosquitoes. But don't worry, for Benton County Mosquito Control is back in action, prepared to limit the seasonal return head-on. As West Nile virus continues to pose a public health concern, it's imperative to take necessary precautions. Ensure your safety by applying repellent and eliminating standing water around your home. Count on Benton County Mosquito Control to be your trusted ally in safeguarding your outdoor enjoyment. Visit our website today to discover more tips to protect your home and family.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Weather-wise, it's been kind of a strange winter with lots of clouds and more rain than usual. Now it's springtime and we're all looking forward to some great northwest weather. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans. So trust Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather, to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way, because we want no weather surprises.
Trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now first alert weather.
Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather, on your side.
Always on your side.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck, heavy hit.
Call 853-2222.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Another Ivy League school is in congressional crosshairs over policies around anti-Semitism on campus. The leaders of Columbia University are on Capitol Hill today, and their testimony comes as the University of Southern California also faces scrutiny. Reporter Amy Kiley says it's preventing its pro-Palestinian valedictorian from speaking at graduation.
Columbia University's president and board co-chairs testifying on Capitol Hill today. The hearing is about the university's response to anti-Semitism on campus. Testimony on that topic is why the Harvard and UPenn presidents resigned last year.
Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment, yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
Specifically calling for the genocide of Jews, does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
The University of Southern California is also under scrutiny this week. It says its pro-Palestinian valedictorian can't speak at graduation due to security concerns.
I stand by human rights, and I continue to. That's not something I'm going to apologize for.
A report out yesterday from the Anti-Defamation League shows record numbers of anti-Semitic incidents across the country last year. It says they skyrocketed after Hamas attacked Israel.
We have never, ever seen anything like this.
The Council on American Islamic Relations says Islamophobia also has been on the rise since October.
We've seen a spike of almost 3 to 4 times the number of incidents, hate incidents.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, it's National Work Zone Awareness Week, how the Washington State Department of Transportation is honoring those that have lost their lives this way. And Washington-based Boeing's hearing gets underway today. We'll fill you in on what's going to be discussed first.
In today's Tech Bites, Amazon Music's Maestro, the new feature, creates a playlist using artificial intelligence. You can make the playlist by entering a short string of text. For example, users can type in music for a rainy day. The feature is in testing right now. Next, a work hack for Instagram influencers. A New York Times report says a new program called Creator AI will cut their workload by having chatbot respond to fans. Most of the messages would reportedly be sent out automatically. Now, according to the Times, the messages will initially disclose that they are AI generated. Finally, Motorola is reviving the wooden back panel on its latest line of phones. The real wood design option will only be available for the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra. It will be available outside of the U.S. in the coming weeks, but Motorola says it is committed to expanding its availability. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
To me, Harlem is home, but home is also your body. Last one, everyone. I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Arthritis pain? We say, not today. Tylenol 8-Hour Arthritis Pain has 2 layers of relief. The first is fast. The second is long-lasting. We give you your day back so you can give it everything. Tylenol, #1 doctor recommended for arthritis pain.
I would describe my mom as incredibly nurturing and encouraging.
Truly my rock.
The most authentic and real person. I am who I am because she is who she is.
Diamonds for all mothers.
Pandora, lab-grown diamonds.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, it's National Work Zone Awareness Week. Now, the Washington State Department of Transportation is honoring those that have lost their lives in a work zone. Final decisions on parking in downtown Yakima are being made, what we know so far. And Washington-based Boeing is getting its hearing today. What's first up on the agenda? Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:30. It's Wednesday, April 17th. Let's check in now on your chilly forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it's colder than I thought it was going to be again today. How's it looking?
It is, yes. Temperatures are in the 30s area wide. We do have a pretty sunrise in progress. Now, our sunrise, we're about half an hour away from that, 6:05. We do have some mid-level clouds starting to build in from the north and east, but those should start to clear out pretty quickly after the sun rises, and we should see plenty of sunshine. But it could make for a colorful sunrise over the next 30 to 45 minutes. Winds have certainly come down overnight, thankfully. And where we have seen calm conditions over the past few hours, like Dayton, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, there may be some isolated areas of some patchy frost. You may just want to take a peek outside if you park your car outdoors. It's not going to be widespread, but it's certainly a possibility with temperatures dropping into the 30s. 37 Walla Walla, 35 in Hermiston. We're at 32 in Dayton, 38 in Tri-Cities, and 37 in Yakima. So your commute forecast looking pretty good. You'll need the sunglasses for sure. Bundle up this morning. You may even want to take that tea or coffee to go in the car to warm you up. This afternoon and this evening, we're looking at highs in the low to middle 60s. If your allergies have been bothering you, it's definitely because of the wind, which is not helping out the situation. We'll have your allergy forecast coming up a little bit later on in the show. Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany. And it's National Work Zone Awareness Week, and the Washington State Department of Transportation is stressing the importance of travelers in ensuring WSDOT road workers' safety. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us they honored those who've lost their lives in a ceremony in Union Gap.
Every one of the 61 barrels behind me represents a Washington State Department of Transportation worker who lost their lives on the job, many of them due to distracted drivers. According to WSDOT, fatal crashes in work zones have doubled from 5 in 2022 to 10 in 2023. The top 3 reasons for work zone crashes last year, following too closely, excessive speed, and distracted driving. WSDOT employees wearing orange to raise awareness for work zone safety, highlighting the tragic cost of driver inattention in work zones and asking you for your help.
We understand it takes a little bit longer to get through our work zones, but we're there fixing stuff to make it better for them. So, slow down, pay attention to what's going on around them, and read the signs we put up there.
National Work Zone Awareness Week continues through Friday, but WSDOT is putting the emphasis on worker safety all month long. Reporting in Union Gap, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And the Yakima City Council is making the final decision on new parking rules in downtown Yakima. Parking tickets for staying longer than the time limit reduced to $20. Monthly parking permits for city-owned lots also dropped to $20, and the time limit for those lots increased to 3 hours, but street parking remains at 2. The parking enforcement moratorium extended until the end of May.
This has been a working piece for a long time, including working with the business downtown. Thoughts are yes from all of our residents, the council working, the staff working to bring us to this point. We've adjusted it a couple times, but I think we're at the final version, and I'm hoping that it will be in place for a long time.
Again, they've extended the moratorium on parking enforcement in downtown Yakima through the end of May, so those new rules will go into effect on June 1st. The Richland School District is looking for community feedback on how the future should look, and you can weigh in over the next couple of days. The district is asking for input on the possibility of building a new high school, also budgeting strategies, and what you think the priorities should be for any upcoming bond packages. The school district hosted its first town hall meeting last night at Leona Libby Middle School, but you've got the next 2 days to make your voice heard. There will also be meetings tomorrow at Hanford High School and Thursday at Richland High School. And now to safety in the skies, a whistleblower who's calling for a model of Boeing airplane to be grounded over quality concerns is set to testify on Capitol Hill today. Reporter Perry Russum says Boeing insists the whistleblower's claims are inaccurate.
Today, a congressional hearing is putting the safety and quality of Boeing's commercial jets in the spotlight. A Senate committee will hear from a whistleblower and a panel of experts who've called for significant improvements at Boeing. In a preview of his testimony, the whistleblower Sam Solopur, a Boeing engineer, calls for the 787 Dreamliner to be grounded immediately. He claims the wide-body jets are not properly fastened and could eventually break apart over time, a claim Boeing calls inaccurate.
The entire fleet worldwide, as far as I'm concerned right now, needs an attention.
Solopur has not yet provided any documented evidence. Boeing says the issues raised have been subject to rigorous engineering examination under FAA oversight. This analysis has validated that these issues do not present any safety concerns. Boeing on Monday invited cameras inside his plane in South Carolina, defending the quality of the plane.
It's actually the longest fatigue test of any commercial airplane that's ever been run.
Boeing has faced years of questions about its commercial jets. In 2019, its 737 MAX jets were grounded for 20 months after two separate crashes, including the downing of an Ethiopian Airlines plane, which killed all 157 people on board. The 737 MAX faced scrutiny again this January when a door plug blew off an Alaska Airlines flight, grounding the planes for 3 weeks. United now saying the grounding of those jets cost the airline $200 million. Today's hearing comes as Boeing wheeled out its Starliner at Cape Canaveral yesterday. The reusable rocket will launch 2 astronauts to the space station as early as next month.
Before today's hearing, Boeing again defended its safety procedures, encouraging employees to speak up about any issues. It says reports to an internal tip line for quality concerns are up 500% this year. Also, United Airlines says it's feeling the impact of Boeing's ongoing problems. The carrier says it lost $200 million during the first 3 months of the year after Boeing was forced to ground its 737 MAX 9 jets for several weeks. The grounding happened after a door plug blew off an Alaska Airlines plane in mid-flight, and United depends on Boeing planes for about 80% of its mainline fleet. The airline says it's unclear if Boeing will reimburse the company for the cost of grounding the 737 MAX 9s. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're profiling a special resident who has an important message. That story up next from our very own Riley Fitzgerald. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is a sign you'll want in your yard.
Ooh, it's on. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
It's breathtaking.
Oh.
Just,
Wow.
That's the reaction I was looking for.
Hey Google, take me to Lookout Point.
Okay, navigating to Lookout Point.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $750 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac models.
Busy work week or feeling under the weather? Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic, located on Chardonnay Avenue, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your health can't wait. Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic is open on weekends. Walk-ins are welcome, or call 509-786-1576 to make an appointment. This is how we care.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Next extra, Zendaya serves up major style from Rome to Paris to LA. We've got her talking fashion, her sexy new love triangle, and transforming into a tennis pro.
It definitely is physically challenging.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Check this out. They say that age is just a number, and for one woman in Richland, this couldn't be more true. Carolyn Fleischauer has seen a lot in her 105 years, and she's willing to tell all. Riley Fitzgerald joins us now with the community highlight and tells us what Carolyn says you need to do to see as much as she has. Good morning, Riley.
Well, good morning, Jessica. Carolyn lives at Brookdale Torbit in Richland, and while she doesn't give me any secrets into living a long life, she's more than willing to share her perspective. She says to get where she is, you need some understanding.
And how do you think that you got to 105 years old? That's an age a lot of people...
I don't even think about age.
Carolyn Fleischauer isn't spilling any of her century-plus long secrets, not any family recipes, nor how she managed to reach 105 years old, as she stayed carefree and cheeky with her responses.
But in the home, you did some cooking, probably.
We'd open a can of beans and heat it.
I caught up with Carolyn and her daughter Carol about how it feels to be in the triple digits. It's not only a blessing for her, but also her family.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's totally amazing. And for her to be interested in the family, and family is all important to her, and friendships, and just to have her here, it's just amazing and wonderful.
Born in 1918, a week before World War I came to a close.
In Boston. Remember that.
The most important thing she says to do is to be understanding, whether that be in a relationship, in a job, in school, or just in life.
Understanding others and what they are trying to say, and understanding. That's a big thing.
One thing she definitely still has is her humor.
You have a lot of women in your family.
I was trying to think of that one.
I think they're all very strong women.
As Carol says, it's a family with lots of women, only a daughter, 2 granddaughters, and 3 great-granddaughters, and 1 great-grandson. Carolyn tells me her dad and her mom were doctors. She followed the path of helping people. Carolyn was a teacher up until she retired in the early 2000s. Her daughter Carol taught too, as did one of her granddaughters. She says she doesn't get out too much anymore, but she gets on great with the staff at Brookdale Torbit in Richland.
This lady just blows my mind, blows everybody's mind here. And whenever we walk around and we see all of these other people, they ask her like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 105 and still kicking in. My goodness.
She's lived through wars, women's suffrage, the turn of the century, changes in technology and rights, and more for her to end up in Richland. While there have been bumps and bruises along the way, she says some of the real challenges of being 105 also include needing to be understanding.
What are the good parts about being 105?
Doing this, I guess.
So Jessica, Carolyn likes watching the news. Hi, Carolyn. And she also loves her Mariners. She's an inspiration to us all. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
She definitely is. Hi, Carolyn, from me as well. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's something a lot of Oregon and Washingtonians care about, the climate. But the sale of EV cars isn't reflecting the same attitude across the country. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. we can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Wake up, people! Rotten sleep means rotten moods, rotten backs, rotten health. Rotten breath goes without saying, but you're in luck. Because during the biggest sale of the season, everything is on sale. Like the Summit Queen, now only $274.99. Save up to 50% on select Tempur-Adapt mattresses. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Kick that rotten sleep to the curb. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
For decades, we've called this community home and dedicated ourselves to helping those in it find their way. In new beginnings and in returns to the familiar, in victories and in defeats, so that no matter where you go, you'll feel at home.
Find your way home in a new Mercedes-Benz C300 for only $539 a month from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
How does free college or career training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant is one of the most generous financial aid programs in the country. Eligible Washington residents can get free money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. You can go full-time or part-time, so you can work and continue your education at the same time. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have a pretty sunrise in progress here. Official sunrise, we're about 15 minutes away, and we do have some of those mid-level clouds starting to move in from the north, but they will eventually be clearing out, giving way to plenty of sunshine later this morning, and the sun setting closer and closer to that 8 o'clock hour. The wind has been an issue lately, not so much this morning. That's why temperatures have dropped into the 30s. So winds are anywhere out of the north and west between 3 and about 10 miles per hour, and the winds will be much lighter all day today. But because the winds have been so high and because it has been warm lately, not so much the past few days, the allergy forecast shows that the pollen counts have been on the high side, the tree pollen that is, and we'll continue to see high pollen counts today, drops a little bit tomorrow and into Friday, but then goes up a little bit more as the wind picks up and as we get warmer into the weekend. But overall, that tree pollen will likely remain in the medium to high range over the next 5 to 7 days. So if you're allergic to tree pollen, if you've been sniffling, make sure you have the medications ready to go. Temperatures this morning are down into the 30s, and this is actually around average for this time of year. So be sure to bundle up. It's 38 in Tri-Cities, 37 Walla Walla, Dayton down to 31 degrees. Now we're below the freezing mark. We're at 35 in Ellensburg and 37 in Yakima. Satellite and radar showing those mid-level clouds that really developed across portions of Connell and Moses Lake and continue to shift a little bit farther south. It looks like we're seeing more sunshine as the sun rises out toward the Yakima Valley. So today we still have that upper level low dominating the weather pattern across the Pacific Northwest and across the northern plains, but flow around this upper level low will keep this slightly cooler than average air locked in, I should say, today, and then we'll start to see those temperatures moderate closer to average starting tomorrow. So here's what to expect. We will start off with a few of those clouds, plenty of sunshine through lunchtime, and then those cumulus clouds will begin to develop this afternoon, giving us a partly cloudy sky. High temperatures in the low to middle 60s. Like I mentioned, a few degrees below average for this time of year, but not bad. 64 in Tri-City, 62 in Hermiston, 59 Walla Walla, and 62 in Yakima. At least wind speeds will be much lower compared to the past couple of days. Tonight, any cumulus clouds that develop will diminish. We'll go mainly clear. And tonight will be, I think, even colder than last night with light winds. We'll likely see temperatures drop into the low and middle 30s. Wouldn't be surprised if some patchy frost developed as well. So if you already planted your garden and you have any sensitive plants out there, sensitive vegetation, you'll want to take that inside or cover them before heading to bed tonight because there could be some areas of patchy frost in the morning. Tomorrow afternoon, lots of sunshine, more seasonable with highs in the mid to upper 60s, and our warm-up continues from there. We're back in the 70s Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This weekend looking pretty good. It'll be dry, and those low temperatures start to come up into the 40s as well, so not quite as cold. Mid and upper 70s Monday, Tuesday of next week. Yakima 62 today. Then we're in the middle 60s right through the weekend, getting close to 70 on Sunday, and that world icon showing that it's Earth Day on Monday. 59 today in Walla Walla. We have back in the 60s starting tomorrow. A few more clouds this weekend, but looking pretty nice. Upper 60s. Hermiston 62, 66 tomorrow with more sun, 68 Friday, and we're back in the 70s by Sunday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In your business headlines this morning, sales of electric vehicles may have hit a speed bump. Kelley Blue Book reports nearly 270,000 EVs were sold in the U.S. during the first 3 months of the year. It's nearly 7.5% less compared to the final quarter of last year. Tesla has been especially hard hit, and Tesla is getting more competition in the EV market from companies like Ford, Hyundai, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a Washington actress and big award nominee has her eyes set on her new role. Up next, we'll take a look at the new movie and more in our Showbiz Wrap.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Celebrate the 100th episode.
I'm damned excited about it.
With a family you've been part of for years.
Your great uncle, Seamus. He got drunk and fell into a well, thereby proving that he's a Connor.
The Connors, 100th episode, tonight on ABC.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and the new location on West Court Street. 420, that's April 20th. It's the annual Smokin' 420 sale from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. This year is off the charts. Get 50% off glass, free goodie bags for the first 300 people through the door, free tacos from 11 to 5, and all-day raffle and prizes. Don't miss the huge savings on the one-day 420 sale at all 6 locations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication to the museum lives on, earning them a $1,000 check from STCU.
He was very particular and did all the research, so the information that's in the display cases were absolutely accurate.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use.
They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
World News Tonight with David Muir, twice each day. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Here's your close to home forecast. It's a chilly start out there with almost everyone down into the 30s. We even have a couple locations like Cle Elum and Dayton below the freezing mark at this time. At least there's not much of a wind chill because winds are much lower this morning. And temperatures will continue to rise a degree or two warmer than what we saw yesterday. We're going for a high of 61 in Toppenish, 62 in Yakima, still in the 50s in Cle Elum and Ellensburg, but that'll change going forward. 63 at Hanford, 62 in Hermiston, 61 Moses Lake, 64 in Tri-Cities, and we'll keep it in the mid and upper 50s along the foothills of the Blues, 56 in Dayton, 59 Walla Walla, 56 in Milton Freewater, and Pendleton should top out around 56 degrees. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In entertainment news, an award-winning Washington actress now in a new role. Here's ABC's Jason Nathanson with the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
There's danger everywhere.
The brutal murder of a teen girl shocked a peaceful enclave of Victoria Island, British Columbia, Canada in 1997. Rena Verk was the victim of bullying by her classmates. The murder trial got worldwide attention, and now the story is the basis of the limited series Under the Bridge. Recent Killers of the Flower Moon Oscar nominee Lily Gladstone stars alongside Riley Keough, and Gladstone tells me she signed on because she felt the series honored the victims.
The sensationalism that can emerge around true crime tends to focus almost a celebrity worship on the perpetrators. And in that, we lose not just compassion for who the victims were, but we lose the opportunity to have the conversation about what systems are in place that make this kind of crime way too common.
The first 2 episodes of Under the Bridge are out today on Hulu. Taylor Swift's boyfriend is going to be a TV host. NFL star Travis Kelce will MC the new Prime Video game show Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity, a spin-off of the Fox game show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. We're told contestants won't be competing against the celebs, but using a classroom of stars to help them answer questions. No word when the show will debut.
The Beatles, live in a new motion picture.
The 1970 Beatles documentary Let It Be getting restored and revived for a debut on Disney+. For decades, the film hasn't exactly been lost, but it wasn't commercially available, and fans have only been able to watch bad bootleg copies. The restored version will hit Disney+ May 8th. Disney's the parent company of ABC News. And the fanciest of the Spice Girls with a big birthday, Posh Spice Victoria Beckham, is 50 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Posh Spice is my favorite Spice Girl. And in other entertainment news, Katy Perry is getting ready to return to her day job. This is the singer-songwriter's 7th and final season as a judge on American Idol. She's been a judge alongside Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan since 2018. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Perry said her time on the singing competition has been, quote, wild, and that it's flown by. Perry said this was the right time for her to leave and that she'll be keeping herself busy with music. Yay, finally some new music from Katy Perry. Right now on Good Morning Northwest.